Good morning, student. Myself, Manoj Chotia from Raghunath Vidyalaya, Ratangad. We are studying anatomy of flowering plant. In this chapter, we discuss about so many types of tissue and their cells. Now, today's our topic is the tissue system. What is tissue system? Whenever we talk about the level of organization, then the smallest unit of life is called cell, and then comparison of cell is called tissue, and comparison of tissue is called tissue system. So in plant, if we see in the plant, their structure and function would also be depend upon their location, means of tissues have located on different places, and they are considered how tissue vary depending on their location. Their structure and function also be depend upon their location. On the basis of their structure and location, on the basis of their structure and location, they are of following type. First, epidermal tissue system, second the ground tissue system, and third the vascular tissue system. इन सबसे हटके आप सिर्फ एक बार ये देखिए कि जब भी हम किसी भी रूट, स्टेम और लीव की इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर देखेंगे तो लीव को छोड़ दीजिए, लीव में दो टाइप की एपिडर्मिस होती है क्योंकि उसकी एक अपर साइड और एक लोअर साइड होती है. तो रूट और स्टेम में मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि मेन स्ट्रक्चर कौन सी होती है. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले एपिडर्मिस और उसके बाद में एपिडर्मिस के बाद में कोर्टेक्स, और कोर्टेक्स के बाद में पेरिसाइकल के बाद में एंडोडर्मिस के बाद में वेस्कुलर बंडल, जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम, फिर पिथ. तो ये स्ट्रक्चर जब हम इंटरनली we are talking about the anatomy of plant, then anatomy means the internal structure of plants. So whenever we see the internal structure of root and stem, these layers are shown. Okay, then on the location where they are situated, where the epidermis, where the cortex, pericycle. So on the basis of structure and location, the tissue system are of three types. First, epidermal tissue system means the outermost layer is comprised of so many things, just like in root hair, epidermis, and two things are made in stems. In stem hair, stomata, cuticle is also found on the leaves and stem. Cuticle is the wax protective layer which can prevent the transpiration, because in xerophatic conditions plants do so much transpiration and lack of water. So to prevent water loss, they have a definite structure found just outside the epidermis is called cuticle. So whenever we talk about epidermal tissue system, then first of all cuticle, then single layer cuticle, and cuticle is absent on the stomata. Then epidermis, stomata are the main components of epidermal tissue system. And another thing, in root there is root hair, and in stem there is stem hair. And you know root hair are unicellular and stem hair are multicellular. So in epidermal tissue system, they are outermost covering of the plant body and comprise epidermal cell, stomata, and epidermal appendages, just like root hair and stem hair, or we can say trichomes. The epidermis is the outermost layer of primary plant body. It is made up of elongated, compactly arranged cells which forms continuous layer. Epidermis is usually single layered. Epidermal cells are parenchymatous with small amount of cytoplasm lining in the cell wall and the large vacuole are present. The outside of the epidermis is often covered with waxy thick layer is called cuticle, which is present in the epidermal of leaves, and stomata regulate the process of transpiration of gaseous exchange. Now we have one important question here, what the structure of stomata. So you can see the structure of stomata. Stomata is a this is the stomata. This is guard cell and this is subsidiary cell. By stomata, we discuss in the structure of leaf. Stomata do three functions: transpiration, gaseous exchange. So here the structure of stomata. Stomata regulate the process of transpiration and gaseous exchange. Each stomata is composed of two beam-shaped cells known as guard cell, and guard cell has the capacity of elasticity which enclose stomata pore. In grasses, the guard cells are dumbbell-shaped. The outer wall of guard cell vary away or from the stomata pore. They are thin, and inner wall towards stomatal pore the highly thickened. The guard cell process chloroplast and cells in the regulate the opening and closing of stomata. By contraction of these guard cell, stomatas are closed, and by relaxation of by contraction of these guard cell, the stomatas are open, and by the relaxation of these guard cell, stomatas are closed, and guard cell are covered by a thin walled cell called subsidiary cell or accessory cell. The stomata aperture, guard cell and the surrounding subsidiary cells are together called stomatal aperture. So this is the structure of stomata. The cells of epidermis bear a number of hairs. The root hairs are unicellular, elongated of the epidermal cell and help absorb water and minerals from the soil. On the stem, the epidermal hairs are called trichomes. Trichomes are in the shoot system are usually multicellular. They may be branched or unbranched and soft or stuffed. They may even be secretory. The trichomes help in preventing water loss due to transpiration. So this is the epidermal tissue system. Second, the ground tissue system. This all the structure, whenever we talk about the vascular tissue system, means xylem and phloem. So except epidermis and vascular bundle, all the components are comprise the ground tissue system. The tissue except epidermis and vascular bundle constitute the ground tissue. It consists simple tissue such as parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma cells are usually present in cortex and pericycle, pith and medullary rays. In primary system, the roots in the leaves, the ground tissue consists of thin-walled chloroplast containing cells is called mesophyll. Means between two, whenever we talk about leaves, then there is two epidermis, and between two epidermis, all part of leaves is called mesophyll cells or mesophyll tissue. So these structures comprise and make ground tissue system. Now third vascular system, the vascular tissue system. It is comprised of xylem and phloem. The vascular system consists of complex tissue and permanent complex tissue, the phloem and the xylem. The xylem and the phloem together constitute vascular bundle. In dicotyledon stem, cambium is present, means the structure which differentiate xylem and phloem, this is called xylem, and this structure is called phloem. And whenever they are differentiated with a structure called cambium, and cambium is help in making secondary tissue. So cambium is present in dicotyledon stems, is present between phloem and xylem. Such vascular bundles, because of the presence of cambium, process ability to form secondary xylem and secondary phloem, and hence they are called open vascular system. Means here we are writing open and close. Whenever xylem and phloem are present and in between the cambium is present, then it is called, see here I am writing, then it is called open, and whenever the cambium is absent, then it is called closed. And whenever the xylem and phloem are situated on different type of radius, means in like root, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, then it is called radial vascular tissue system. Means vascular system is of three types: radial, conjoint, closed, conjoint, open. Conjoint means xylem and phloem are attached with together with the help of cambium. If the cambium is present, then it is called open, and cambium is absent, then it is called closed. So these are of three types of tissue system: epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system, and vascular tissue system. And conjoint means the vascular bundle in xylem and phloem situated at the same radius, then it is called conjoint. And whenever cambium is present, then it is called open, and whenever cambium is absent, then it is called closed. Whenever xylem and phloem present on a same radius, then it is called conjoint, and cambium is present, then open, and cambium is absent, then closed. And radial, whenever xylem and phloem are situated on the different radius. So these are the tissue system, and thank you for today's class.